What's up, my friend? William James here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 3 sacred C's of marketing. Now, if you're new to the channel, again, my name is William James. I do videos for affiliate marketers, network marketers, people who are starting and growing home-based businesses. I specialize in teaching free organic Facebook traffic strategies in my free group. If you are not a member of that group, click the link below in this description of this video and join the group. Let me know what you thought in the comments. It really helps out with the algorithm. Give me a thumbs up if you got value from the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. So with that said, guys, let's dive in. 3 sacred C's of marketing. What are they, and what's the point here? So from time to time I like to do these sort of conceptual videos because I really think that having a high-level understanding of what we're putting our attention on in marketing to get results is really important. I see so many people year after year after year getting nowhere and asking the same sorts of questions about, how do I get traffic and optimizing my funnels and like looking for the next shiny object thing that's going to fix their money problems and make their business work. And the reality is that their business doesn't work because they don't understand basically these 3 C's. And these are the things you need to be putting your attention on to get results. So the 3 C's is really more of like a formula. So it's actually, you think of it as like C plus C equals C. Now what are these C's? This one is conversions, okay? That's what we want. Just gonna abbreviate that. Conversions of sales, right? So C plus C is what we need to get conversions. Now these stand for curiosity and communication. Now, there's a particular way that you need to understand the concepts of curiosity and communication and how they play out, because we need to get particular. We're going to have to do stuff here to implement these things. So what am I talking about? So when it comes to curiosity, guys, the first step of this is understanding that our goal to getting conversions involves 2 separate components. There's audience building and there's communicating with your audience. Okay, now the first part of that, building the audience, is what people always confuse driving traffic for, and they're related, but when it comes to building an audience, the key that you have to understand is that it's all about generating curiosity. Okay, it doesn't matter how you're doing it. Curiosity is the concept that you have to understand. So, for instance, if I'm going out on Facebook and I want people to join my email list, right? I want to build my email audience. I want to build my email subscribers, or I want them to join my group, or I want them to take a look at an opportunity, and before they do that, they're going to have to enter their name and email address, and they're going to be on my list, so on and so forth. This is all audience building activities. And if I want them to do that, what do? Well, I need to get them curious. See, most people go about this all completely wrong. They try to do communication first. Communication happens after the audience is built, okay? So, again, we're trying to build an audience and then communicate with them. And in order to build the audience, we have to generate curiosity. Think about it as it's like the communication is the movie that's playing in a cinema, in a movie theater. And in order for the movie to play, we got to get butts in the seats, right? So you have to have an audience to play the movie. Now bear with me here. So the movie is you communicating. If you think about it more like a stand-up comedy show, right? You're the comedian, okay? You're on stage, you're communicating to the audience. We got to get the audience in the seats. So how do you get people to come buy tickets and sit in the seat? Well, you've got to advertise in a way that makes them curious and makes them want to experience the thing they're going to experience there. This is all to say, the whole point of movie trailers, movie posters, any type of advertising for an entertainment event is going to be using curiosity, right? Think of it as a movie trailer. They're going to show little bits of the movie that make it seem like it's going to be exciting, and it makes you think, oh, I want to see that. I want to see more of that. I'm curious about what this movie is going to be like. What's the story here? who are these characters? They look so cool in the trailer. This looks good. I want to see it. It's creating curiosity. So the same thing is true about marketing, right? If we want to get people into our audience, into our email list, into our Facebook group, watching our YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, we've got to get them curious. So stop going out there. The point of this, guys, is stop going out there and trying to explain everything to people who are not in your audience yet. So the way to do this is not like I see people going out on Facebook and they make these long posts all about how great their opportunity is and how great their offer is and all the details about it, and there's like nobody commenting on it. Nobody's joining. Nobody's looking at it. Why? Because there's no curiosity being created. I also see people on Facebook literally posting like just the logo of their company with no text at all. If there's nothing to get me curious there, nobody's replying to that. Nobody just sees some logo and is going to message you and go, hey, what's that really cool logo? I want to learn more about that. No, it doesn't work that way, right? So you have to generate curiosity. How do you generate curiosity? Well, it's a one sentence, one line hook that you have to have for whatever the offer is. What is the benefit of the offer? In such a way that's short and that's going to get people to want to know more. Okay, very, very simple. So, for example, right now I've got a couple of offers. One of them is, the hook for it is something like that we have a callback team, a professional phone sales callback team that will call your leads and close the sales for you over the phone. So that's going to be something like what I'm going to put in my curiosity posts on Facebook to generate the curiosity, right? It's going to be, who wants a phone sales team to close all their sales for you, right? One of them is, another offer I have is one where you get a 7-figure advertising agency to run Google ads for you for pennies per click, fractions of a penny per click. And so, the curiosity hook for that might be, who wants, the tens of thousands of visitors per month for fractions of a penny, right? Just something to get people curious, okay? And then when people get curious, they ask you for more information, or they put their name and their email address into a capture form and they join your audience. So we're building our audience. My drawing disappeared here. Hang on. So we've got C. That is curiosity. Now we have communication. Okay. Now communication, this is the part that a lot of people mess up because it's more difficult, to be honest. I see a lot of people buying solo ads. They set up their capture page with a good curiosity hook on the capture page, because you can automate this stuff, guys. It doesn't have to be done on Facebook, right? Just sending clicks to a capture page with a good curiosity hook for the headline, that's doing the same job. But then they put these people on their email list, and then they don't communicate, or they don't communicate in an authentic way. Guys, you have to understand that 90% of this job, it's not a job, 90% of this profession is getting people to pay attention to you enough so that they remember who you are and so that they start to feel comfortable with you. People use the term know, like, and trust. That's a good term, except that I don't think you really particularly have to like somebody. And I don't think you really have to particularly trust them either. It's not like you have to, trust them with your life or something. You have to not distrust them. And you have to not dislike them. Okay? But this basically comes down to knowing them. Do you know who this person is? Especially with email marketing. Because people are getting hundreds of emails every day in their inbox. They forget what list they've subscribed to. I've got people who email me, and I look at it and I go, I have no idea who this person is. I've never opened an email from them. I just don't know who that is. So I'm never going to open that email unless I'm going to open it to unsubscribe, right? You don't want to be that. Now, the reason people open emails is because they know who is sending the email. And the reason people buy things is because they know who is selling it. I know this might be difficult to hear because it sounds... I wish I could just tell you that you could just run traffic to an offer and never communicate with anyone and money would come out the other end. And maybe a little bit of money would if you ran enough traffic, sure. But you have to understand that communication is a big part of it, because you have to get people to know who the heck you are, or they're going to stop looking at what you send them. Now, this applies to email and YouTube and everything else as well. Email and Facebook and everything, right? Social media is great because it allows people to know who the heck you are. Okay, now, a lot of folks confuse this with becoming like a fake expert. There's this book back in the day called Magnetic Sponsoring, I think it was called, that started the whole kind of attraction marketing, quote-unquote, movement. And the point of that was to basically fake it till you make it, to set yourself up as some expert in some field. You see all these people who call themselves health coaches on Facebook. And what that really means is they're in some kind of a powdered juice network marketing company. But they've been told to set themselves up as consultants and experts and so on and so forth, and pretend to be experts on something. And you really don't need to do that, guys. It's not about pretending to be an expert. And I think a lot of people don't communicate because they have imposter syndrome, and they think they're supposed to be providing huge amounts of value and pretending to be a leader, pretending to be an expert. And leadership is important, guys, but guess what? Anyone can lead. All leading means is you deciding to lead, and you stepping up and leading people. You stepping into a leadership role and saying, hey, look at this, do this, follow me, check this out, right? That's leadership. You don't have to be an expert to do that, okay? I see a lot of people who get great results from their YouTube videos, and all they do in their YouTube videos is just give a tour of the back office of the opportunity that they're in. And they explain what it is, and they say, this is how much you get paid, this is what you get. If you go over here and you click this, this is what you see. I mean, it doesn't require any expertise to do this. So why are they doing it? Well, because people look at this stuff and they see a real human being speaking to them. And so then the next time they see an email from that person, they go, oh yeah, it's that lady, it's that guy, right? So they open it. Now, I like to do this with videos like this, where I'm actually providing some useful information, because I genuinely want you guys to learn this stuff and to be successful, okay? But you don't have to do this. You don't have to teach concepts. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to communicate in an authentic way so that people will know who the heck you are. Now, it really helps to get on video so that that impression is made much easier on video. You don't have to do it on video. I know a lot of people who just send out an email with their picture at the bottom, and it's communicated clearly and in such a way that the person will remember who you are, right? Same with Facebook. If you post nice pictures of yourself every day with a good caption, and people will sort of start to remember who you are. Okay, if you don't post your face and you don't make videos, it's way harder because people just don't know who the heck you are. Now, communicating then also goes obviously into what you're saying. Now again, you don't have to be saying anything profound, but you have to communicate from an authentic place, and a place of wanting to help people. So, just sending, hey, look at this, buy this, over and over and over and over and over again is much less effective than communicating about other things. Whether it's tutorials, giving value, teaching people something, or whether you're just, talking about current events or something. I got somebody I follow recently sent out an email with a video about, sort of controversial thing about the jabs and the virus and so forth, and very controversial, and it didn't have anything to do with his business. And then at the bottom he had a sort of link to his business. And it was like, okay, this is getting emails opened. People are going to remember him because he sent that out. There's an authentic, there's something happening other than just sales pitches. See, people get stuck in this way of thinking where they think they're worried about all the wrong things, like how do I get traffic? How do I get conversions? And you guys don't, like, yeah, that's important, but once you've been in this space long enough, you realize that the actual challenge is getting people to actually, like, remember who you are and pay attention long enough to know who you are and to be interested and to open your emails, right? That's the challenge. Like, how do I impinge on somebody's reality enough so that they will click my emails when I send them? That's the actual art and science of this, right? Traffic, you can just buy traffic. Traffic, you go on Facebook, you make some curiosity posts. Like, it's very manual, it's very technical. There's no secret to that. The secret is in getting people who are in your audience to respond. And that has to do with whether they know who you are, whether they feel like you're a genuine human being that they have some sort of connection to, and whether you're sending them stuff that, you know, is impinging enough to get them to be curious and look at it. You know, right? Curiosity also comes into communication, guys. Right? Just posting a curiosity post on Facebook isn't enough. Like, every time you send out an email, the subject line of the email has to be crafted in such a way to get people curious, or else they're not going to open the email. Right? If you send out an email every single day where the subject line was just "buy this thing," or "here is another email from me," or yeah, I'm just trying to think of like the worst subject line you can think of. Right? Nobody's going to open those emails. So you got to be thinking, like, how do I get people's attention? How do I get people's attention? That's what this profession is about, guys. It's about getting people's attention. You do that in two ways. You're building an audience, you're communicating with the audience. You're not selling. The conversions just happen as a result of this. Okay? You don't worry about conversions. You do not worry about this. You're not trying to persuade people. Right? You're communicating, and then you're saying, by the way, check this out. And you send them to a video sales letter. Okay? Let the video do the selling. The video does the selling. Right? Your job is to focus on building your audience and communicating with your audience in such a way that they will remember who the heck you are and continue to open your communications. So you have to, like, people are afraid to communicate. People are stuck in this mindset of thinking, I gotta be behind the scenes. I have to, you know, I'm scared to reach out to anyone. I'm scared to sell. This is the main thing, is people think that they can't communicate because they have to be selling all the time because they gotta make a sale. And nobody likes to be a salesperson, so they just don't communicate. Wrong. Right? Write some emails. Do some videos if you possibly can. Post your pictures. Continually communicate with people about the subject at hand. Whatever your niche is, whatever you're offering, whatever people in your audience are going to be interested in, just continue to communicate with them so that they know who you are. And then show them an offer. Right? It's very simple. So I'm going to wrap it up there because this is getting repetitive and dragging on, but I hope that makes sense, guys. There will be links below this video to the offers that I currently am promoting, which I think are great and are working very well for me, and I think will work very well for you. So check those out. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.